Well, good evening, basketball fans. It's been 14 days since we have joined you at the side of the Lakewood boys varsity basketball team, but we're excited to bring you boys basketball again tonight here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Graves, along with Patrick Hayes. And, Pat, it's been a while since that thriller out at Parma Senior High, a 67-62 win for the Lakewood Rangers. A long layoff. The guys have been working hard. No breaks, no pauses, no nothing. They've just been working hard in the gym, and they're excited to get back out against the Bees tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long break. You get that Christmas little couple days off. You know, hopefully they didn't eat too much food. But I'm excited to be back here, and I'm sure the guys are too.
Brecksville Bees present a different type of challenge for the Lakewood Rangers tonight, and the Lakewood Rangers will have a challenge of their own, as no Pete Patsaurus, no Tico Jones for the Lakewood Rangers tonight. You're going to see a little different starting five for the Rangers. You're going to see a little different rotation. But we talked to Coach Kamock. We talked to some of these players before the game. They're up to the challenge.
We'll be a little bit smaller tonight, but like you said, they've been working hard, and they're up for the challenge. Absolutely.
Well, that thrilling game against Parma on December 15th ended with the Rangers escaping with a 67-62 victory. Pete Patsaurus was responsible for 28 points in the first game of the year. Available tonight, key contributors. Riley Units had 9 points, 7 assists. MJ Grayer, he had 11 points, 2 3-pointers. Hakeem Karan chipped in 6 points, some fantastic defense by Grayer and Karan both. They're going to have to be big tonight. They're going to have to pick up that scoring load, also some of that rebounding load that you're missing with Jones and Patsaurus for the Rangers.
That is definitely a fact. We got those guys. We're going to be a little bit smaller. The Rangers have done it before. They've had some success with the couple years back with the runs on bunts. So they're going to have to do it again, rebound the basketball, and they can definitely do it tonight.
Well, their task comes in the form of the Brecksville Bees, who are 4-0 on the season. And, Pat, this is a team that is disciplined. They'll switch it up on defense a little bit on you. They love to shoot the three ball. They're missing a few key contributors tonight. Luke and Eli Scaljak will be out. Jeremy Janonzo will be out for the Bees. But, boy, does this team have depth. Does this team have a lot of weapons they can throw at you, even with those guys out?
Yes, and as their record shows, 4-0. They got a lot of options, and we'll see them tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the Lakewood Athletic Boosters for sponsoring the Lakewood Sports Channel. We also want to give a big shout out to First Federal of Lakewood for their help in putting on this live stream tonight here from Brecksville, Ohio, here in the beautiful Brecksville Broadview Heights High School gym. And that leads us now to one of my favorite segments, Pat. It's the $2, 2 keys to the game. And, Pat, what are the Rangers and Bees going to have to do if either side wants to come out successful tonight?
Well, Rangers have to rebound the basketball. You got 2 big guys out. They're going to have to box out, get into their man, rebound the basketball. They're also going to have to speed up Brecksville. Brecksville's a pretty disciplined team, but if you get into them, maybe force some turnovers, play at the Rangers' pace, that could definitely help. For the Brecksville Bees, they got to shoot the ball better. They can really shoot it. They haven't shot it well to start the season, so they have to get back on track. And they also like to change up their defense, as you referenced earlier. So by changing up their defense, it could really throw some wrenches in the Rangers' plans, and that's another key as well.
The keys to the game brought to you by $2. Stop in today for dine-in or curbside. Also, you can order online for some great food from $2 in Lakewood. So, Pat, you got Brecksville Bees 4-0, a win over Mayfield. A tight win, 39-34 over North Ridgeville. 2 victories already on the season over Nordonia. And you look at the Nordonia game, their first win, 45 points allowed. North Ridgeville, 34 points allowed. This is a team prides itself on the pressure and the discipline they have on defense. You have some Rangers tonight, a little bit inexperienced, a little bit of a bigger role scoring the basketball. You have a little bit of inexperience. You have discipline on the other side. How can the Rangers try to break down the Brecksville Bees tonight?
They got to do it in a bunch of different ways. You know, being a little bit smaller, they got to come out and really shoot the ball well. If the Brecksville comes out in that 2-3 zone, I've seen them play a lot against Nordonia. The Rangers got to really shoot it well. If they come man-to-man, you got to try to get second chance opportunities, crash the boards, and get good looks.
Well, the Rangers had a nice night from deep 2 weeks ago against Parma. They shot 39%. They were 7 of 14 from the top of the three-point arc. You talk about that 2-3 zone. Sometimes the corner, sometimes those wings. The Rangers, if they can key on those wings, they might have the ability to get off to a little hot start against the Brecksville Bees, but it won't come easy.
No, not at all. And some sharpshooters that didn't get as many minutes against Parma, like Aiden Wacker, will probably get some more minutes tonight and could be a key as well.
Well, thank you, Pat, for our $2 keys of the game, and that's going to lead us to our matchup tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there joining us on the Lakewood Sports Channel and you love guards that can score the basketball, you are in for a treat. On the Brecksville Bees side, we have Tyler Ganley, a fantastic scorer. All three abilities. He can shoot it, he can drive it, he can hit those free throws. Patty's had some fantastic games so far this season. Had 16 against Nardonia. And on the other side, it's Riley Units for the Lakewood Rangers. They will prove to be the matchups of this game tonight. We now pause for the national anthem here at Brecksville High School. And we turn it over to the Brecksville PA announcer for our starting lineups here. And, Pat, we said it's going to be a little different tonight for the Rangers as they're introduced first as the away team.
A lot smaller, but we got some guys that can really scrap. I think MJ is going to come up big and grab a lot of rebounds. Same with Ahmed.
Just a recap for those of you at home who are joining us on the Lakewood Sports Channel, we thank you for tuning in here tonight, provided by the Lakewood Athletic Boosters and First Fellow of Lakewood. We tune to our starting lineups here. If you did not hear the Brecksville PA announcer, it's Riley Units, Aiden Wacker, Ahmed Muhammad, Marcel Grayer, Hakeem Karan, head coach Alex Kamak. And for the Brecksville Bees, it's going to be Tyler Ganley, Jesse Pleasant, Luke Ganem, Jeremiah Michael, and Chase Garrido, head coach Steve Mahalik, and a familiar face over there, assistant coach John Silva. These starting lineups are presented to you by Rebound. Don't let injuries slow you down. Get back on the court of life. Contact Rebound Physical Therapy for more information today. And, Pat, some familiar faces on both sides of the coaching box here. This is going to be a fun one. I know the coaches have been looking forward to this one.
That is definitely a fact. These two coaching staffs know each other very well. They're good, close friends. Could make for an interesting one.
Well, Brecksville 4-0 on the season. They have their legs underneath them. They have their identity pretty much figured out. You got the Lakewood Rangers tonight starting two new starters for the Lakewood Rangers, and it'll be interesting to see how the Rangers will respond to this new starting lineup. A technical free throw is up and good for Ganley. I'll have to find out at halftime this one.
I'm going to assume that it is somebody wasn't the right number in the book.
Gotcha.
Which is –
that's usually your job.
Yeah, no, it's usually Coach Higgs is on it, but he was help coaching the JV tonight, so spread a little thin, and it cost us 2 points.
Well, we are underway here from Brecksville High School, a little unconventionally, but Tyler Ganley will bring it up for the Brecksville Bees. In the corner to Ganem, and he'll knock it down. A quick, looks like two-pointer. They'll give it to Brecksville Bees as they come out firing hot, as Riley Units will bring it here for the Lakewood Rangers. Whacker from the arc, just short off the rim, but a nice rebound by Grayer underneath. His foot a little too close to the out-of-bounds line, stepped out of bounds. A nice rebound there by Grayer. They're going to need that tonight. 5-0 Brecksville, the lead here.
Looks like Brecksville came out in a man-to-man to start the game. They're going to switch up a lot. They're starting with that.
Whacker the interception on defense. He'll bring it the other way. The senior passes it off to Yulnitz. Underneath to Karan. A nice tough layup will go. Hakeem Karan gets the Rangers on the board.
Really good cut there. Really good look by Riley.
Hakeem Karan, a fantastic performance against Parma, bringing it again for the Rangers. Ganem again from the corner. That one too strong off the inside of the iron. But a rebound by Ganley underneath will keep the ball with the Bees.
The Rangers pride themselves on getting over screens and fighting hard over them. But with this smaller lineup, you wonder if they're going to switch more screens.
Ganem, a nice move underneath. That one will go. Yulnitz ahead to Karan. Keem will pull it back out. Yulnitz thought about it. Lakewood 1-0 on the young season here as they meet the undefeated Brecksville Bees. A nice matchup here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We're glad you're tuning in. Yulnitz a little short off the front of the rim, and the Bees will push it. Ganley runs into Karan. A block on Karan there on the near sideline. We'll keep the ball with Brecksville.
Quick sub for the Rangers here.
Aiden Whacker coming out, being replaced by Q Neal. Jaquan Neal, fantastic game again against Parma. Really pushed the pace for the Rangers.
Really gives good energy, speed it up a little bit.
Garrido, the big man from three. That one too strong. The 6'7" sophomore showing his range there, Pat.
You know, I know he can shoot it, but you'd rather have him shoot it than Ganley.
Picking your poison if you're the Lakewood Rangers with this talented Brecksville squad, undefeated on the year in the Suburban League. Lakewood 1-0 and 1-0 in the new GLC for them. Q Neal has that one tipped away but keeps it on this half of the court. Q off to Karan in the corner. Karan! The dream! Hakeem! In the corner for three, knotting this one up at 5-all.
Rangers are doing a good job of being patient and getting the looks that they want on offense.
Lakewood and Brecksville knotted up at 5 here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Nice drive by Ganley. Kicks it to Ganem in the corner. Shuffled his feet. An inspired effort from Lakewood down. Pete Patsoris, their leading scorer tonight, down. Tico Jones here tonight as well. Brecksville suffering a few losses of their own. Lakewood hanging tough with Brecksville here early.
They've done a good job speeding up a little bit offensively, getting them to turn the ball over. Rangers are being very selective offensively and getting some good looks.
Neal back up to Yulnitz. Riley, a nice move underneath the mid-range, and that one will go. Nothing but net. Riley Yulnitz, welcome to the game.
That was pretty.
A nice move by Yulnitz in the mid-range will put this one at a 2-point advantage for the Rangers. Ganem underneath, gathers, up and no. Garrido on the floor. The big man got on the floor, stepped out of bounds. The Rangers defense holds once again. 7-5 here at Brecksville Broadview Heights.
They might be small, but they're scrapping for these rebounds. It's awesome to see.
Lakewood Rangers a little devoid of height tonight, Pat. Not a starter over 6 foot is not available to them tonight as Muhammad, the tallest player, pulls. That one rims out, but a good effort underneath by Grayer. They'll say he was pushed underneath, it looks like, by Jesse Pleasant.
MJ's been working hard the past 2 games. I like to call him the type of guy, a garbage man. You know, not in a bad way, but doing the dirty work that no one else really wants to do, diving in on offensive rebounds, getting loose balls. He loves to do that kind of stuff.
Jesse Pleasant will come out, replaced by Jack Kenny. It's Riley Units in the corner. Another 3 for Units, and a timeout by, it looks like a foot violation on the out-of-bounds line. We'll keep the ball with the Rangers, Pat. Everything going Lakewood's way here early.
That is a fact. That's a big one, big momentum sway. It'd be huge if they get another bucket here.
Jack Kenny, the replacement for the Brecksville Bees as Yulnitz. That one too tall for Q Neal, out of bounds.
Not a great place to catch the basketball in that corner, and then he kind of forced himself baseline and put himself in a bad spot.
Lakewood leading 10-5 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. We're so glad you're tuning in to the Lakewood Sports Channel, however you're finding us tonight, presented by the Lakewood Athletic Boosters and First Federal. Garrido underneath, a nice move over his right shoulder, no good. Muhammad, tough rebound. The big man will push it. Here comes Muhammad. Lakewood leading by 5. Q Neal up the left side. That one no good, as Brecksville and Ganley will take it the other way.
That's the one positive, being so small. You get it, you can go with whoever grabs the rebound.
Many Lakewood faithful watching tonight remember the runs on bunts that had so much basketball glory, as Ganem for free. That one will be good. Ganem pours it in again, 10-8. The Rangers lead the Bees in a little full court, a little half court pressure here, Pat, a little 1-2-2 zone.
Trying to get the Rangers out of their rhythm.
A timeout by Coach Alex Kamak, our first one of the evening. And boy, a nice fast-paced environment here. We knew we were going to see that kind of pace from the Rangers. They're a little smaller tonight. They have a lot of guards on the floor that normally don't play together. But, Pat, it looks like they're moving the ball well and finding good shots.
They definitely are, and that's why Brecksville is going into that little half-court, three-quarter court pressure to try to slow the Rangers down and change the pace a little bit.
Well, we talked about our matchup of the game tonight. Riley Yulnitz coming out. He is hot so far on the evening, a pair of buckets for Yulnitz. And on the other side, Tyler Ganley, who is stepping into the scoring role left by his brother last year.
Standout that's, playing at Youngstown State now.
A good lineage for the Ganley family here in Brecksville, as both Ganley brothers can really score the basketball, and the Bees are happy to have them. A little 2-3 zone to come out of the timeout by the Bees, as Yulnitz three-pointer is a little too short. Ganley pushing the ball back for the Bees.
Looks like they're going to switch it up quite often, almost every possession or every few possessions.
The new sub in for the Bees, number 32, Jeremiah Michael. That one is off. Q Neal in the corner, a little floater from the baseline, no good. Rebound by Jack Kenny. It looked like he walked, and they will get him for it. Sloppy so far for the Brecksville Bees. You really don't expect to see this out of a team who's 4-0 on the season, and it really is a disciplined squad by all accounts.
They're known to be very well coached, disciplined team, but the Rangers are doing a pretty good job of speeding up a little bit and making them turn the ball over.
On the court for the Bees, it's Ganem, Ganley, Garrido, Kenny, as Q Neal knocks that one down. Michael and Garrido for the Bees. Q Neal, Riley Yunits, Hakeem Karan, MJ Grayer, and Ahmed Muhammad rounded out for the Rangers, who are up 13-8, 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Rangers continue to shoot the ball like this and might make Brecksville get back into the man defense.
The first look they got at the zone, Pat, and Q Neal knocks it down. Again, these guys have been working hard. It's been 2 weeks off, but it doesn't look like their shooting touch has gone cold. They were 39% at Parma, 50% from the top of the arc. They've knocked down a number of threes from the top of the arc already.
You know, the nice thing about this break, it's been a 2-week break, but they're still practicing.
Aiden Wacker coming back on for Karan. In the corner, Ganley no good, but Kenny a nice tough rebound underneath. Kicks it out to Ganem.
Brecksville trying to go with a little size against the Rangers' small guards.
Probing are the Brecksville guards. Ganley, and Michael. Michael from three. That one too strong. A battle underneath. They're going to get Muhammad for the loose ball foul underneath. He held up Kenny, who was going for it.
Yeah, they're putting the two trees out there at listed both at 6'7" against not a guy over 6 foot. They're trying to get as many offensive rebounds as they can.
Rangers trying to counter the size by the Bees. Ganley way short underneath, but the rebound by Garrido. Kenny, mid-range, he'll get his own. Back out to Michael for three, a travel, and that one is good, but disallowed by the referee as Brecksville, again, cannot catch a break here early on in the first quarter.
These offensive rebounds Brecksville are getting aren't because of their size right now. It's just because the Rangers are not boxing out. They're not putting a body on anyone. They really need to start doing that and limit the second chance opportunities.
Yulnitz brings it up against some full court pressure, a 1-2-2 press for the Bees. Muhammad in the middle. Off to Wacker, back on the court in the corner. This one off to Yulnitz. A 2-3 zone for the Brecksville Bees. Trying to crack the code are the Rangers, leading 13-8 here, late here in the first quarter. Q Neal shuffled his steps.
These guys are getting so excited to drive the lane, they're starting to walk before they put the ball on the ground.
Brecksville will take the ball out of bounds here, trailing by 5 with 1:30 remaining in the first quarter. The crafty guard, Luke Ganem, passes it off to Michael. Michael off to Ganley for three. That one too strong off the back of the iron. Grayer fumbles for it. He keeps it in bounds. Grayer all the way down the sideline. Off to Neal. Neal will corral it. Muhammad had a shot for a second, but they'll pull it back up and set up some offense against this 2-3 zone.
Smart decision, slowing it down, didn't have numbers, bring it out and get a good one.
Lakewood probing with 13 points here in the first quarter. Missing their top scorer in Pat Source. The Rangers doing a nice job of sharing the ball and finding open shots. Nice move underneath. Q Neal on the cut. Pulls it back out.
We've stressed it a lot with the Rangers being, smaller than they have been, but it also changes your zone offense. If you have those bigs, normally you'll put a guy at the elbow and maybe a guy at the short corner. Now they're staying 5 out, trying to overload a side to get a good 3 look.
The Rangers trying to find a good look from 3 as Wacker tried to track down the offensive rebound but just stepped out. A beautiful gym here at Brecksville, Pat, as we see a lot of different lines out here. It might be confusing for the players, but this is one of the best facilities you'll find for basketball in Northeast Ohio. Is Ganem too strong on the 3?
It's been a nice facility for a long time. That's why they've hosted a district final for many years, going back to when I even played.
Trapped by Wacker here with Yulnitz, but Ganley has the code to it. Off to Ganem for 3. Wide open, and that one is good. Luke Ganem from deep will put this one at 13-11 for the Lakewood Rangers as the first quarter comes to an end. And, well, Pat, we talked about it before the game, but some really fun relationships on both sides of the benches here for the Lakewood Rangers. And the Lakewood Rangers, coached by Alex Kamak, the Brecksville Bees, coached by Steve Mahalik, but the assistant for Brecksville, Coach John Silva, has a lot of Lakewood ties. He even coached you when you were in the Lakewood basketball program.
Yes, he is the Lakewood grad, Lakewood alumni, was my coach my senior year, graduated 08, so the 07-08 season. He was on staff just a few years ago and was actually Coach Kamak's assistant coach when he played in high school, I think from 2001 to 2003. So a long lineage of Lakewood basketball in his blood. He's a Lakewood guy till he dies. He's currently at Brecksville, but the purple and gold is always in his heart.
John Silva, the assistant coach for Brecksville. He was most recently an assistant for Lakewood in 2017, 2018, and him and Coach Kamak were sharing a few words before this game as they knew this was going to be a fun one. They were looking forward to this one as the schedule as the Rangers lead by 2 here as we kick off the second quarter on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We're so glad you're joining us at home here tonight. Q Neal probing on this 2-3 zone that the Bees will come back out in, trying to slow the Rangers down. A good shooting performance from the outside by the Rangers in the first quarter. Brecksville trying to slow that down a little bit, trying to slow down the breakneck pace that Lakewood's trying to play.
Yes.
Q Neal mid-range will go for Q, as the Rangers now lead by 4 here early in the second quarter.
Q did a really good job at sliding into that high post right there at the free throw line. And when you get a guard in there, turning around and hitting that 15-footer, it's like a free throw.
Ganley underneath was challenged by Grayer coming from the help side. That one will be side out here. A push on Lakewood will give Brecksville a baseline out of bounds here early in the second quarter. Nice job by Q Neal coming off the bench tonight, but that 6-man role is going to be huge with Lakewood down a couple of their regular guys.
That is a fact, and the Rangers already have 5 personal fouls. Being not as deep tonight, they got to watch that.
Underneath the size of Brecksville, giving Lakewood a little bit of trouble on the offensive glass as Grayer and Rose race to that one, but Brecksville comes up with that one. Matt Rose, Luke Ganem, Tyler Ganley, Chase Garrido, and Jack Kenny on there for the Bees, as Ganley will pull up from the free throw line. Nothing but net.
We talked last year that Max Budzar would probably break the record in school history for most fouls in a year. The way MJ plays, he plays so hard and up in your face, he could definitely, be up there in the same words as Max Budzar. Both really good, hard-working players.
Wacker from the corner. That one will go. Aiden Wacker, the senior, knocks it down from the corner. And the Rangers are leading 18-13 here, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And, well, Pat, you talk about MJ Grayer, and oftentimes he's tasked with the most difficult assignment on defense, and he's risen to the challenge even without a lot of varsity experience.
He's a super athletic kid. He works really hard. He does a really good job of showing his feet, moving his showing his hands, moving his feet. Sometimes he gets a little too into the guy defensively and picks up a couple cheap ones, but we'll live with that because he works so hard.
As Grayer commits the foul there, the first varsity appearance for Miles Harper on the year, son of the former girls coach Mike Harper. It's good to see Miles out there getting some minutes as Garrido backs down. Grayer, that one was in and out. Grayer, a nice job underneath, as the Rangers will take it back the other way. Q Neal, I don't know if they're going to put him at quarterback next year.
No, I do not think so. He's trying to push it, get a bucket before they go into their zone. Good idea, but didn't have the numbers, so maybe pull that back out.
As Brecksville looks to cut the 5-point advantage of the Rangers. That one way short from deep by Tyler Ganley. And Tyler Ganley, normally the sharp-shooting man for the Brecksville Bees, Pat. He's having a tough go to start here.
Yes, he is, and give the Rangers a little credit there for helping them miss a couple of those shots.
Absolutely, as the Rangers are going into their bench a little bit here with Miles Harper now on the court, joined by Riley Yulnitz, Marcel Grayer, Andre Hollenberg, and Aiden Wacker on the court. A nice reverse there by Harper into the corner for Wacker. Another three by Wacker is good. Aiden Wacker, welcome to the party. His third three of the night as the Rangers lead 21-13 over the Bees. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Fantastic one more by MJ there. I thought he was going to shoot it, but he gave one over to the sharpshooter. Knocked it down.
A nice contest by Grayer there as Ganley misses, but another rebound by the Bees. Garrido, a strong take and fouled. Let's see who they'll give that to. MJ was very adamant it wasn't on him. It'll be on Aiden Wacker, the foul, as Garrido will shoot 2 free throws. The 6'7" sophomore has been giving the Rangers some problems underneath. But, Pat, if Brecksville can't knock down their second chance points,
yes,
you'll take that if you're the Lakewood Rangers. You're not going to survive for long against these guys. They can really shoot it. But so far, the Rangers looking good here.
Yes, the Rangers are. They're hitting their threes, and we're trading threes for twos, so that's, 21-13 lead. But sometimes those second chance will come back to bite you, so they really need to start getting a body on somebody.
Aiden Wacker, Riley Yulnitz leading the hot shooting for the Rangers as Garrido misses his second. But a push on Ganem will turn the ball back over to the Rangers.
That's just a solid box out by Miles Harper and Andre, getting a body onto him, making the guy push him to go try to get an offensive rebound.
Looks like a little pressure here, full court from the Bees, trying to speed the Rangers up.
with this inexperienced lineup. Yulnitz middle to Harper, who will break the press himself. Harper tracked down from behind, but another foul on Luke Ganem. The high-scoring guard for the Bees will keep this ball with the Rangers. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. An 8-point advantage the Rangers are enjoying on the road here in Brecksville.
They're doing a great job with the pressure, getting the ball to the middle, and then breaking down the pressure.
MJ Grayer will inbound the ball for the Rangers. Riley Yulnitz out there with Hollenberg, Harper, Wacker, and Grayer.
Rangers starting shooting the ball so well that the Brecksville Bees are going back to man-to-man.
Yulnitz, the wide open three from the top. No good, a little too strong, but Wacker pulls it in. Wacker over to Hollenberg for three. That one is good. Andre Hollenberg says, I have reservations for three. And boy, the Lakewood Rangers explode off their bench. An 11-point advantage out here in B country for the Rangers.
Andre's first minute into the game playing varsity basketball, hits a big three, gets on the stat sheet. Pretty awesome.
Coach Mahalik is animated with his team right now, imploring them to close out these shooters, but these quick, crafty guards are making it hard for the big bodies of the Brecksville Bees to recover.
Yeah, so Brecksville's trying to go big, getting second chance points, but on the defensive end, those big guys had to come out on the shifty guards of the Rangers, making it a little bit difficult, giving us a little bit easier opportunities to hit down the three.
The Rangers are doing fantastically from behind the arc. Yulnitz with a few, Wacker with a few, Hollenberg getting in on the party there for the Lakewood Rangers. Pat, they're not really interested in getting to the paint, especially if it's going to be so easy from beyond the arc.
When you can really shoot it and they got a couple trees in there and you got a wide open three, why not go shoot it?
The Brecksville Bees come back out fresh off a talking to by their coach, Steve Mahalik, who has guided the Brecksville Bees program through a good stretch of basketball here over the past few years, a program with 1,057 wins in the history of the Bees program. And, Pat, they're not going to go down quietly in this one, down 11 here with 4 minutes left in the first half.
No, don't ever count them out because, like I said in pregame, they can really shoot it as well. They haven't shot it well to start this season, but they get up a lot of shots and they can bring the score back pretty quickly.
Ganley, a nice pass out to Rose with the three, too strong, but Kenny underneath loses it. Here comes Hollenberg the other way, trying to beat the Bees down the floor. A little too physical, and they're going to give that one to Jeremiah Michael, but that one easily could have been on Luke Ganem again. That would have been a disaster for the Bees.
Yeah, they caught a break there. Rose coming into the game for the Bees, he's done a lot. He does a lot of offensive rebounding as well, so they take out one of their other big guys and the 6'7" guys, but you don't lose much rebounding with Rose in the game.
A little bit of a different look for the Bees. They're coming back out in a man-to-man after that talking to by Coach Steve Mahalik. And a nice pass underneath by Riley Yulnitz. He says, I see you, MJ. I'll feed you, MJ.
That is a beautiful dime, man. He dropped that. That was awesome.
Rangers leading by 13 here. Again, a tough take. Nobody boxed out Rose. Didn't matter, he missed it. Kenny back out to Ganley for three, and finally Ganley on the board. Watch out, Pat. The microwave heats up quickly for Tyler Ganley.
Yes, it does. He can really shoot it. Can't lose him. I know they're scrapping for boards, but always got a hand in his face.
Yulnitz knifing through the defense there. The floater no good as Kenny affected the shot there by Yulnitz. He went for the steal, and the Bees are breaking back out. Ganley down the lane, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Ganley again, the floater underneath, and that one is good. 5 points in a row for Tyler Ganley, and he's looking straight down the Lakewood Rangers attack and saying, it's time for me to put my print on this one.
Coach Kalmach looking like he's going to get some new guys into the ball game, bringing back Q and Hakeem to handle the rock a little bit here, try to handle the pressure a little bit.
Hey. Some subs for the Lakewood Rangers here as they lead 26-18 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
I'll be honest, Andre and Miles gave some really good minutes, though.
Second quarter.
A three by Walker, and Pat, I don't know if you got the invite, but this is a party of three for the Lakewood Rangers tonight.
It's great to see they're really shooting the ball well. Love to see it.
Outside here, the Bees looking to counter. Tyler Ganley's been the man this second quarter, but a push on, it looks like maybe Wacker. No, the push will be on Marcel Grayer, a little too physical, Pat. He's going to have to be careful. He's the lockdown defender, a little bit of size for the Rangers tonight. They lose him. It's really small out there.
Yes, that would be huge. He needs to stay in the game. Like I said, he brings such good energy that he needs to show his hands and not get in foul trouble.
Tyler Ganley really heating up after a slow start in the first quarter. That free throw a little too strong as Brecksville enjoying their time in the 1-and-1. Another take by Ganem is no good, but Brecksville again with the offensive rebound. Ganley the spin, the drive, no good. Gets his own rebound, no good again.
Man, oh man.
Underneath, Garrido fouled on his own putback. And a little bit of a physical play underneath as Grayer went to the deck, but it appears the refs did not see anything of consequence as Garrido put one up, missed it, got his own rebound, and now is going to the line to shoot two.
Just trying to pad his stats there, getting a couple extra rebounds on the stat sheet.
Garrido, the 6'7" sophomore. I don't think they're not listening. They need to be tuned into the Lakewood Sports Channel. We clearly said two shots.
Yes.
As the Lakewood Rangers are battling here against the Brecksville Bees. We're so glad you can join us here on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by the Lakewood Athletic Boosters. Garrido's second free throw. That one is good, bringing the Brecksville deficit. Ganem underneath the steal on the inbound. The layup by Pleasant. And Brecksville putting up the heat on the Rangers here a little bit. 29-21. Lakewood leads underneath the Karan. Karan a little too strong. The rebound guy, Garrido, he grabbed Pleasant and the ball.
Yeah. The Rangers did a really good job of breaking that press there, and they just got to stay under control and finish under control.
You can see Brecksville starting to get a little bit of their confidence. Tyler Ganley from three. That one is good. Tyler Ganley placing his stamp on the second quarter for the Bees. Karan out of control, but he gets that one off to Neal. The Rangers looking to corral this one. A fantastic finish to the second quarter here. Brecksville pulling within 5.
Getting a little sloppy here.
Wacker from the corner. That one is good.
He is
Aiden Wacker. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, now you know. Aiden Wacker is putting on a show.
He is shooting lights out. Man, from everywhere on the court. Left side, right.
Senior Aiden Wacker. Show us the form Aiden Wacker's using right now. 2-24 here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. 47 seconds remaining. Pat, this has been comparable to the Parma game. This has been fun. Up and down, the Lakewood Rangers almost lost the ball 3 times on that possession and ended up with 3 points.
Yeah, Sloppy almost threw the ball out of bounds, grabbed it, got it to Aiden Wacker, and he knocked it down. He's been knocking them all down.
Federal of Lakewood, and ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you're joining us.
And I'll tell you what, that's what you love to see with Aiden Wacker. Didn't get that many minutes against Parma. Comes in, playing a lot of minutes here and making them count.
Ganem the strong take there underneath. The ball gets out to Ganley. They trail by 8 late in the second quarter here. Rose the nice fake and half spin. Q Neal clapping, saying, come on, Ganem, take it to the hoop. A foul underneath on Muhammad against the quick guard Ganem for the Bees. We'll put Ganem at the line for 2.
I thought Rose might have shuffled the shoes there on his when he got the ball at the top of the key, got away with it. And then Q got a piece of it, but the block underneath with Muhammad.
Block underneath on Muhammad will send Ganem to the line. This is the first one off the front iron as the Rangers and Bees battling.
What did Rasheed Wallace used to say? Ball don't lie?
Well, Pat, I'm going to let the ball be the judge here as Ganem has one more trying to cut this deficit to 7 for Brecksville. Ganem's second one, nothing but net. Jack Kenny checking back in for the Brecksville Bees along with number 32, Jeremiah Michael. Karan, Wacker, Yulnitz, Neal and Muhammad out there for the Rangers. A 1-2-2 full court press here for the Bees.
Plenty of time for the Rangers to get a good look, get the last shot. Got to get it over there. Here, that's not where you want to pick the ball up.
Q Neal throws that one up. A pleasant surprise for Pleasant as he drives to the rim and is fouled by Neal. You got Brecksville's athletes all over the floor. They know where they're supposed to be in the press. You throw that one up for grabs. Most of the time, they're going to go the other way.
It's a double negative. You can't pick the ball up right past half court in the corner of the court. You turn it over, and then you foul them as well. So two not really smart plays there by Q. He's played really well, just not right there.
Pleasant knocks down the first free throw. It's 32-25. The Rangers lead here. 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Muhammad will come out, replaced by Greer, but you got to commend the Rangers. You could not draw up a better start to the first part of this game for them with a few of their key contributors out as Pleasant hits the next one. That one thrown away by Greer. Out to the corner. Ganley for three. Ganley connects.
Has he missed either?
Tyler Ganley, a huge second quarter, pulls Brecksville back within two, but Hakeem Karan underneath a strong take, and he is wrestled down to the ground by the Bees there by Kenny and by Garrido. The foul will be assessed to Garrido as Karan comes up a little slowly from that one, but there's nobody tougher on this Ranger team than Hakeem Karan. He went baseline to baseline there in about 2 seconds flat.
He's a quick guy. I mean, he's the Rangers running back. So he got hit a lot. You know, when you carry the ball a lot, you get hit a lot. So he's used to that.
Free throws for Karan before the end of the half point. 2 seconds remaining here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Brecksville, Lakewood battling another classic one for these two schools. 33-30, the Rangers enjoy the first half lead here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. A fantastic first half by Riley Unitz, aided Wacker, but Tyler Ganley said, not so fast, Lakewood. You can't come into B country and expect not to get stinged a little bit.
Those Aiden Wacker and Ganley are just having a three-point contest, I think, and they both haven't missed. So they're both really knocking them down, both getting a little sloppy on both ends of the court. The Rangers got to protect the ball a little bit. They're doing a good job of getting up and down, but if it's not a good look, pull it back out and slow it down.
Well, it's halftime here in B country at Brecksville Broadview Heights High School. Colin Cunningham on the camera. Vince Franz producing tonight here at Brecksville High School. Pat Hayes, Grant Grace with you on the Lakewood Sports Channel. We'll be back with a halftime update and more Ranger basketball on the Lakewood Sports Channel. The starting five for the Rangers as Karan knocks it in for the Rangers as he continues his hot night for Lakewood. 35-30, the Rangers leading the Bees. And sorry about that if you couldn't hear us. We were saying some great stuff. They missed some great lines, but got to make sure the headphones are all plugged in and working as Rose, a nice take to the hole. He doesn't let that Ranger 5-point lead stand for long, and here comes the pressure from the Bees.
We had a 2-week break too, Grant. You know.
Karan from the corner. That one, a two-pointer, no good, too strong, as Pleasant will push the pace for the Bees.
A big key for the Rangers in the second half is limiting the turnovers. Mostly they're unforced is what the Rangers have been doing.
Karan takes it back down the other way, no good, and here comes Gannon pushing the pace the other way. The Bees are in attack. Back out to Ganley, steps into a three. That one a little too strong, and Yulnitz will push it the other way.
Rare miss for him.
Karan, a nice little step. He misses that one. Oh, it seemed too good to be true for Karan there, Pat.
Yeah, he almost traveled there, got a little worried, threw it up, got his own rebound. Just got to take your time.
You got to be aware of your surroundings like we have to be with our microphones. Karan's got to know he's right there. Just use the backboard. Garrido underneath too strong. Nice defense there by Muhammad.
I gave some great, first half recap on the point totals, and you guys weren't able to hear it. Just to give you a recap, Ganley had 15 in the first half. Ganem had 10. Wacker had 12 for the Rangers.
Yulnitz doesn't get that one to go, but a nice rebound by Muhammad. Karan for three. That one just off the front iron as Brecksville pushed it the other way. Boy, Brecksville really pushing it in the second half, Pat. You can tell this is an adjustment they made in the locker room. Rose from the corner. That one too short, but there's Garrido. Dribbles it off his foot, and Karan, Garrido down to the ground, and that one will go to the Rangers.
That's a football-type play there for Hakeem, diving on the loose ball and getting the ball for the Rangers.
And, Pat, when you're short-staffed, when you're missing some key guys, those are winning plays.
Yes, I call them 50-50 balls, and you got to win all the 50-50 balls you can to win a game.
Rangers doing a fantastic job. Short-handed here against the undefeated Bees. Kneeled into the corner. Wacker, 4-3 again. Ladies and gentlemen, they kept the hands hot during halftime, and Aiden Wacker is determined to keep shooting for the Lakewood Rangers.
Out.
Lakewood leading 38-32 here, 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
He is hitting him from all over the court. Corners, wings, top. It doesn't really matter.
Ganley drives in the take. No good by Ganley, but there's Michael. Michael to Ganem for three. That one's good. Luke Ganem, the senior, puts that one in for the Bees, breaking the Ranger 6-point lead to three. Q Neal, the scoop, and no good. Bees pushing the other way. They'll have a 4-on-5 advantage as Neal is slow to get up. Ganem underneath, a nice take, the lefty finish from Ganem, and the pressure sustains for the Bees.
Too easy of a bucket the Rangers gave up there. You really got to stop the basketball.
37-40, the Brecksville Bees trail the Rangers. Contact underneath, Muhammad took a shot there. No foul as the Bees will bring it the other way.
Yeah, I was a little surprised he didn't get a call there. But now you can't dwell on it. Got to get back and play some defense.
Ganley, Michael, Garrido, Rose to Ganem out there for the Bees as Ganem knocks down another one. If it was Tyler Ganley's second quarter, Luke Ganem said, hey, I'll take the third.
Yeah, he's really shooting the ball. Brecksville's really doing a good job of moving the ball to the extra pass, getting the open look there.
It is 40-38. The Bees lead the Rangers now. The first lead the Bees have seen for a long time here in this one. The short-staffed Lakewood Rangers have done a fantastic job finding shots and finding the opportunities that they need. Some tough contact underneath as Coach Kamak looking for an explanation there. I don't blame him, Pat. No. Rangers are getting roughed up a little bit. This game is turning more physical than they've liked.
Yes.
They've liked to stay in the lanes and keep running.
Yeah, he likes to protect his players. He's big on that, and he wants to know why he didn't get a call down there. Understandably so. I thought Muhammad got pretty hard there and got a no call. But that's up to the coach. Coach can argue that. Players got to move on to the next play. They can't dwell on it. Let Coach Kamak, Coach Lovett, Coach Higgs ask those questions. Players just play.
Lakewood Rangers have come into this game fantastically prepared. by Coach Higgs, Coach Lovett, Coach Kamock. They have been busting their humps at practice all week, Pat. They've been frothing at the mouth to get back out there. It shows in the first half, knocking down 3 after 3 after 3. Aiden Wacker knocking another one down for the Lakewood Rangers. But they are the Brecksville Bees. They are 4-0 for a reason. You're going to have to handle what they can throw at you for, 4 quarters of basketball.
Yes, and, the Rangers are doing a lot of their turnovers are self-inflicted.
Another one there by Units will send the Bees back towards their home basket as Ganem underneath, not able to pull that one in, and underneath is a little bit of tussling, and Muhammad will come out of that one. The foul will be assessed to number 21, Jack Kenny, as the Rangers will regain possession, but a prime example right there, Pat.
And Coach Kamock asking for an explanation. Might have got a little hope on that call down there. A little touchy, but, kind of helping him out, saying, hey, you're probably right. I missed that one. We'll give you one here. Lakewood
coming down 2 to the Bees here in this exciting crossover matchup, the Suburban League versus the GLC, as Riley Units, his first shot of the second half is a deep 3 that is good.
Can't
for the
leave
Rangers.
That guy. He can really light it up.
Lakewood now leading by 1 here at the Brecksville Broadview Heights High School gym. Muhammad underneath, but Ganem will hoist.
Really good scramble there by the Rangers.
Grayer did a nice little box out to get that one out of bounds as the 3 from Ganem was too short. As checking back in for the Brecksville Bees will be Garrido and Pleasant. Coming off are Kenny and Ganem, and if you're the Lakewood Rangers, you're probably pretty happy to see Ganem taking a rest here in this third quarter. He's been all over the place.
He has been on fire. Same with Aiden Wacker. Hopefully Riley can pick up the same pace he hit at 1. Love to see him hit a couple more.
Riley Yulnitz leading the attack for the Rangers as the Rangers enjoy a 1-point advantage thanks to his deep 3-pointer. A possession to go. Muhammad will now hoist from 3, and that one is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lakewood Rangers are on fire.
And the beautiful thing about it is Riley might not score you 30, but he moves the ball so well. He runs the offense so great. He's fantastic.
Tyler Ganley, a nice finish there, but Q Neal was able to break out from behind. Q Neal dribbling that one around as he'll find Muhammad wide open for 3. That one is good. Ahmed Muhammad. Don't just give me 1, Pat. I'll take 2.
Oh, yeah. That was a little deep, too. I love to see it.
Ahmed Muhammad boosts the Rangers' advantage to 5 with under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Pat, this game is flying by because the offense has been fantastic by both sides.
They've both been hitting some shots, and it's fun to watch.
Ganley from 3 answers Muhammad. He wanted the foul. He felt his hand was hit on the follow-through, but he'll pull the Brecksville Bees back within 2 points here, 47-45.
These guys love watching the NBA asking for fouls.
Q Neal, a nice floater over the 6'7" Garrido underneath as Q Neal putting his imprint on the third quarter, boosting the Ranger lead to 5.
Good help there.
This one into the corner to Rose.
Really good rotation.
Pleasant to the middle. The floater underneath, too strong. Gathers his own rebound. Garrido back out to Pleasant.
They got to help a little earlier on that. They're letting the Brecksville Bees get too deep into the paint and making it too easy on them.
Nice drive and kick there as Matt Rose will go to the line for the Rangers. He was fouled by Aiden Wacker, who's had a fantastic night from deep. And Pat, he was one of the guys we talked about that was going to have to step up. And man, has he really been a source of comfort for Coach Alex Kamock, down a couple of guys who are, usually tasked with carrying the offensive load. Aiden Wacker stepped in and made it seem like this has been his role all year.
Yeah, and that's the senior leadership in him. You're ready to step up whenever needed.
Matt Rose hits the second free throw to pull the Bees within 2. A little full court press from the Bees, but Muhammad, the big man, bring it up. Muhammad from 3. That one is good. Ahmed Muhammad with no hesitation. 6'7" in his face. He'll still pull it.
A little heat check.
Ahmed Muhammad, his third three of the quarter as the Rangers extend their lead to 5. Rose from the corner. This one, no good. Garrido there for the offensive rebound. Puts it up in the middle of the paint, no good. Rose underneath the tough and one as Rose will go to the line after pulling down that offensive board with some strength, Pat.
I think they gave that to MJ Grayer as well, which could hurt the Rangers defensively.
MJ Grayer, Ahmed Muhammad, the men tasked with keeping the Bees off the boards tonight. And, Pat, they've done an admirable job, but any team is going to struggle with this amount of strength and size that the Bees throw at you.
You really got to play help defense, help each other, rotate. They've done a pretty good job of it, but they got to help. They're letting the Brecksville Bees get too far into the middle and rotating a little late.
Yulnitz coast to coast and one. Riley Yulnitz had a ticket for a cross-country trip end to end. Riley Yulnitz will put that one in as he extends the Rangers lead 54-50 here with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
He's so crafty with the ball, got the guy on his hip, was able to get to the hoop and finish and one.
Lakewood is going to the line to try to extend their lead 54-50, 20 seconds remaining.
Riley, an awesome free throw shooter.
Riley knocks that one down to extend the Ranger lead 55-50. Now the Rangers with a little full court pressure of their own.
I think that's just the energy that MJ brings. He just kind of wants to put some pressure on, not necessarily Coach Kamak saying get up into him. He just wanted to, do it himself.
Rangers lead by 5. 4 seconds remaining. Ganem underneath. That one no good. The putback by Rose is good right before the buzzer. A big putback for Rose, who ended that third quarter on a hot streak for the Bees. And Pat, if you're at home and you're thinking, I got some work to do, I got to put off whatever you got to do, stick right here with the Lakewood Sports Channel. We got a 3-point game with only 8 minutes of basketball remaining.
These Rangers are, man, they're giving me heart problems, man. These games are so good. They're so close. It's fun to watch.
Is it the Rangers or the Red Bulls?
Hey, a little bit of both, right?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're so happy you're joining us here on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by the Lakewood Athletic Boosters and our friends at First Federal of Lakewood. And, Pat, we're so thankful that we can be joined by the Lakewood faithful tonight as they're taking in another fantastic action-packed Lakewood boys basketball game. We've had 2 games so far this year, and both have been nail-biters and thrillers, and this one's shaping up to be one as well with 8 minutes remaining.
I absolutely, and tonight it's the sharp shooting for the Rangers. I could probably count on one hand how many 2-point buckets the Rangers actually have. The rest has been done damage from the outside.
Well, whether you're in the 44107, whether you're in Michigan, Florida, we've had people tuned in the Lakewood Sports Channel all over the country. Wherever you're joining from us tonight, bingo, you found us.
Yeah.
And you got the viewing pleasure of a fourth quarter where the Rangers lead 3-point advantage here for them as the fourth quarter kicks off 55-52. The Rangers lead the Bees.
Looking for exciting fourth quarter here.
Yulnitz, the guard, will command the Lakewood offense. He finds Karan for 3. Another 3 for the Lakewood Rangers. I think the Fairview Warriors have to be worried about that 20-point performance they put on. There's a new 3-point shooting team in the GLC.
They're definitely shooting it well tonight, that's for sure.
This is going to be a fun one down the stretch as Karan puts in another 3 for the Rangers, extending the Ranger lead 58-52. There's 7 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here at Brecksville High School. Ganem will go to the line shooting 2.
And like I was saying earlier, Riley doesn't have to score to change this game. His presence on the court does so much. He's driving. They have to help. He pitches it. Hakeem knocks down a big 3.
The Rangers moving the ball fantastically. Tonight, the ball's not sticking. They're not looking for one guy over the other. They're just looking, hey, who's open? Who gives us the best chance to convert some offense as Ganem knocks down both? But, man, Ganem, even a little bit of Michael tonight for the Bees. They've had the answers all night and keeping this game close when it looked like the Rangers might go off with a run. And Riley Yulnitz continues his hot shooting night from the mid-range.
That is 100% accurate. Rangers are playing really well. I mean, just think if they've limited the Bees for a little bit less of offensive rebounds, their second chance points, this game could be getting out of hand.
Hollenberg gets his hand in there, but the Bees corral that one. Rose from three. No good off the iron as Grayer tries to keep that one in, but his foot touched the out-of-bounds line, and that ball will stay with the Bees. Michael returning for the Bees, taking out Pleasant. On the court for the Rangers, it's Hollenberg, Grayer, Yulnitz, Karan, and Miles Harper seeing some fourth quarter action here. And a steal by Harper. Miles Harper, welcome to the show.
Look what I found on that one. They kind of gave the
right place, right time is Miles Harper, and a nice pass by Yulnitz. Do it all tonight, big man, as he finds Karan again for the bucket. His second assist to Karan in as many possessions. And a timeout, Brecksville. Lakewood leading 62-54.
I'll tell you what, we said we're down a few guys. Riley took it upon himself, and he is really stepping up.
Our matchup of the game presented to you by Slife Heating and Cooling. Over 40 years of professional HVAC experience for your heating and cooling needs. That's Slife. And, Pat, the fourth quarter here has been a mirror image of the rest of this game. The Rangers are not waiting for the Bees to get set up. If you do that, you're going to end up like North Ridgeville. You're going to end up like Nordonia, not even cracking 40 points. We got the Rangers with 62 points here. There's still 6 minutes of basketball left. It's been a fantastic offensive performance.
And that's how you have to play when you're a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker. Got to play to your strengths. They got to get it, go, run, knock down shots, and they're knocking them down tonight.
The Rangers doing a fantastic job of converting their open looks as the Brecksville Bees are implored by their coach Steve Mahalik in the huddle to find the open man, and they do so. Ganem can't convert, but it's Garrido again underneath. He is fouled by Grayer, and that's going to be a tough one for Grayer. He's nearing the limit for fouls here in this one.
Yeah, he came down on him. It's second chance, second chance, second chance. I'm assuming Mohammed's going to be coming to get MJ to give him a little breather here.
Muhammad, the sharp-shooting big man for the Rangers, will take out Grayer as Muhammad, Yulnitz, Hollenberg, Karan, and Harper are the five for the Rangers. For the Bees, it's Ganley, Michael, Garrido, Ganem, and Rose opposing the Ranger five. Garrido a little short on that one. The hustle for the ball. Michael tried to save it, and that ball will stay with the Bees. Coach Kama, Coach Lovett, pleading with the officials for an explanation. It looked like Michael threw that one out. I don't see, unless it deflected off a leg player that we can't see.
I did not see it either. And he traveled.
And a travel there by Ganem. You have to believe maybe that call was in the back of his head. You're an official. I guess you can give us some insight.
I thought it should have been Lakewood ball from the get. I thought he traveled there as well. So
Rangers fielding some full court pressure from the Bees as they lead by 7 here. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Yulnitz has the whole beehive on him. But underneath to Karan, and Hakeem Karan puts that one in. 64-55. A nice job of ball movement by Hollenberg there to find Hakeem underneath.
And something that's not going to go unnoticed right now is Coach Kamak's doing a fantastic job of getting Aiden Wacker and Q some minutes on the bench to keep them fresh for the drive down the stretch.
Q Neal, Aiden Wacker, a huge part of the Lakewood lead right now as the Rangers are trying to keep the Bees off the board, but Tyler Ganley has other ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Ganley is going to be huge down the stretch. He hits the floater to pull the Bees back within 7. Muhammad off to Karan. Karan underneath to Hollenberg.
Way to be
Muhammad, a nice fake, a three, no good. You almost expect those to go in at this point for Ahmed Muhammad as Karan fouls Rose underneath.
You almost expect him to go in for any Rangers tonight. Man, oh man.
Would not be surprised as the Rangers are doing a fantastic job finding the open man tonight as they lead by 7. 5 minutes and 37 seconds here on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
Good minutes by Andre there. Andre was very smart, had it under the hoop. Knew he probably wasn't going to be able to finish. Got it kicked out, missed the shot, but smart basketball decision.
Karan a little upset as he comes off. Coach Kamock talking to him about the game plan, reinforcing the principles of Ranger basketball, as Karan has done a fantastic job underneath with his toughness. Neal on the floor for the Rangers. Up 7 here, 5 minutes remaining. Ganley from the corner, no good. Rebound underneath there by Pleasant, as Garita will back down Muhammad. Back out to Rose. The Bees trail by 7. Rose, the jump stop, and up and in. Matt Rose, the 2-point bucket, pulls the Bees within 5.
Really, really tough there because Q's guarding Ganley in the corner. Didn't really want to help off because you don't want to leave Ganley in the corner.
Q Neal, the floater, no good. Went through Garrido's hands, but a nice spin by Pleasant. Here come the Bees. 64-59, the Rangers lead. Under 5 minutes left here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. You got to figure that Ganley or Ganem are going to be the main drivers for the Bees down the stretch here, as Ganem is fouled going to the hoop.
Can't give him the easy one, shooting free throws with the clock stopped.
Ganley will go to the line. A fantastic performance by Tyler Ganley, who has interest from Fairmount State as it stands. He's had a fantastic year so far leading this Bees attack. But like we talked about, Pat, this is not a situation that Brecksville has found themselves in. With the other team as hot as they've been, they've held their opponents to under 50 points in virtually all their games. But the Rangers had others' ideas tonight.
That is definitely true, and like we talked about, not only are the Rangers down a little bit, Brecksville's down some guys too. So depth and energy and legs come into a play in the fourth quarter.
Jeremy Genazzo and the Skaljack brothers out for the Bees as the Rangers try to solve the full court puzzle here posed by the Bees. Q Neal all the way down Broadway. Q Neal altered by Garrido, and here come the Bees.
Q's doing a really good job of breaking the pressure, but we have to realize the Rangers are up, and you got to get a good look. I mean, he's getting to the hoop, not finishing, but if you don't think you can finish, pull it out, use a little bit of that clock, and take this W home.
True to form, the Rangers are galloping their way down the court, Pat, even when they could take the horse out for a Sunday stroll.
I see what you did there. I like it. Go Rangers.
Too bad we couldn't get a Reese's review tonight, but we're here with a great basketball game as Ganley driving underneath, and they're going to call a hold, it looks like, on number 3, Aiden Wacker, the sharpshooter tonight. Have a fantastic night, but Ganley will go back to the line shooting free throws. 8 fouls for the Rangers, 3 fouls for Brecksville. And listen, if you're going to put Tyler Ganley consistently on the free throw line, you're going to see your lead dwindle, and the Rangers only up by 3 now.
Yeah, he's money from the line. And you don't want to put him there with the clock stopped.
His brother Kenny Ganley, a fantastic career here at Brecksville High at Youngtown State. Now the shooting bug is in that lineage as Ganley knocks down another free throw, cutting the Ranger lead to just 1 now. 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in this game, and boy, it's been a fun one. We're glad you're joining us at home. Strap in for the next 4 minutes. This is going to be a classic. Muhammad breaks the press. Hollenberg underneath. He accelerates to the rim. A reverse by Hollenberg over 6'7", Chase Garrido, and the Rangers are back up by 3.
Man, you love that tenacity in a first-time varsity basketball player to have the
A bump there by Hollenberg goes uncalled. The ball is being bounced around. They're going to get a push on Brecksville, and this one will go back to the Rangers. You have Hollenberg out there, Grayer, Muhammad Wacker, all guys that had no varsity experience coming into this year. They're taking on the undefeated Brecksville Bees and saying, give us your best shot.
Yeah. And the Bees are taking away Riley right now, trying to make somebody else beat him, and Andre's doing a great job of doing it.
Riley Unitz, the leader of this team tonight for the Rangers, the captain of the offense, the quarterback. He has seen his fair share of assists. He's seen his fair share of threes. Now trying to steward this Lakewood team to a win. Hollenberg in the corner. He's wrapped up by the Bees. A jump ball is called, and that one is going back to the possession is going to keep it with the
They're questioning it. Maybe possibly did not switch it.
Seeing if they switched the possession at the end of the quarter, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like they did, and Brecksville will get the ball back after Hollenberg in the corner. That's a dangerous place to be against a team like the Bees.
And we talked about inexperience. the good comes with the bad. He comes up with a lot of poise and heart and gets a good layup there, but, don't want to overdo it.
Ganley right down Broadway as Tyler Ganley drives right to the rim uncontested to pull the Bees back within 1. 3 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. Yulnitz knifing his way to Wacker in the corner, no good. But a nice rebound by Hollenberg, and Yulnitz will pull this one back out. 3 minutes remaining, Rangers lead by 1.
Rare miss for Aiden Wacker tonight.
Yulnitz, a nice move underneath after the pick by Muhammad.
Smart, getting a good shot here by the Rangers. They're winning by 1, so just get a good look, make sure it's a good one.
Not much half-court offense from the Rangers tonight. It's been a lot of transition, but this is going to prove to be one more hurdle the Rangers have to get over if they're going to want to win this one. Yulnitz off the pick, the mid-range. It's good. Riley Yulnitz again.
The NBA says the mid-range is dead other than Jimmy Butler. Riley's bringing it back tonight.
Riley Yulnitz says, I'll give you my Jimmy Butler impression. He's leading this team. He's the heart and soul tonight. In the corner, Pleasant for 3, way off. Rose with the ball, knocked out by Hollenberg, and the Rangers have it. 2 minutes remaining here at Brecksville High School. And Pat, you're going to want to stay right where you are as the Rangers look to close this one out. Hollenberg for 3, no good. They're going to get Grayer with an off-ball foul, it looks like. He pulled down the offensive rebound, but it looks like he was a little too handsy while that one was up for grabs.
Yeah, it was a cheap one. Not sure he needed to do it if he did. That's his 5th, it looks like. So he'll be done for tonight.
Marcel Grayer, a fantastic job with his energy all night, but he's going to have to watch the rest of this one with his teammates. The Lakewood bench has been fantastic tonight. Every three-pointer that's gone in, you feel the roar of the mighty on the bench there, and Lakewood trying to bring this one home. Up 3 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here at Brecksville High School.
People don't talk about the bench too much. They bring a good energy, especially with COVID going on. The gym's not as packed. Your team bringing the energy on the bench is a big thing.
Lakewood leading the Bees by now just 1 as Tyler Ganley knocks down another free throw. They put Tyler Ganley on the line multiple times in this 4th quarter, and that's why you see the Rangers in a 1-point battle here.
Yes, he's going to knock him down when he gets there. That's not the guy you want to foul. Rangers had a really good possession there of, moving the ball and getting a good look. Andre's been playing really well for the minutes he has. He's been really hustling, kind of picking up hopefully where MJ left off. He's not necessarily the size of MJ, but bringing some really good energy that MJ's been bringing.
A fantastic game here during the holiday season for the Lakewood Rangers, Pat. It's been a fun one tonight. And speaking of the holidays, I know I got many awesome gifts from Geiger's Sporting Goods in Lakewood this year. Want to shout out Geiger's, a Lakewood stalwart. Any shopping you need, any winter gear you find yourself in, stop into Geiger's for awesome prices, awesome gear that they have and been providing to the Lakewood community since 1932. We appreciate Geiger's support here on the Lakewood Sports Channel as we are down the stretch here in Brecksville, Ohio. Lakewood leading the Bees 68-67. There's 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. You got Wacker, Karan, Muhammad, Yulnitz, and Neal out there. This group has been pushing the pace fantastically, but again, Coach Kambach is going to task them with bring home the win. Control the pace. Don't let the Bees speed you up. We're going to see if they're up to the task here on this young season, Pat.
Control the ball. Make sure no stupid turnovers here. Make sure we're smart with the basketball.
Q Neal, a nice crossover there to get Rose off of his hip.
Bees are just not letting Riley get the ball here.
Full court man-to-man for the Bees. Will get Neal over the timeline. Yeah. Neal, the nice step back there. The take underneath. Neal doesn't get that one to go. Coach Hammock puts his hands on his head. Don't understand that one. Q Neal, all he had to do was run a little clock there, but now Brecksville has a chance to take the lead. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here at Brecksville High School. Ganley for 3. Too strong. There's Garrido. Pulls that one down with one arm. Jeremiah Michael, the big 3, and now the Brecksville Bees are up 2. Q Neal, another take there as Garrido says, no, sir. And the Bees control this one, up 70-68, 1 minute remaining.
The Rangers get taken out of their game when you take out your primary ball handler in Riley and make somebody else kind of do it. It kind of speeds them up, kind of throws them off a little bit.
Ganley goes by Neal there. Over in the corner to Garrido, who's just looking to run a little more clock. Ganem will hold the ball at the top. 48 seconds remaining, and Pat, a game that was solidly in the Rangers' hands for them to guide to the end here, now finds itself in the Brecksville Bees' possession.
And it's inexperience there. It's guys that haven't gotten the minutes. You got to know the time and the score of the game to not rush and throw up not an easy bucket.
Ganem converts on that one, putting the Bees lead to 3, 71-68. The Bees lead the Rangers here. 48 seconds remaining. This free throw, a crucial one for the Rangers' chances.
Need to box out here. Can't give a second chance.
Garrido too short, and a tough rebound by Karan. He is pushed by Rose.
It's only the fifth.
And that one will be the 5th foul for the Bees here in this half. So the Rangers will inbound underneath, and the pressure remains, even though the Bees lead by 3. Coach Kamok taking a timeout.
You don't need to get a 3 right away. You can get a quick 2 here and still be in this game.
Rangers trailing by 3 with the ball underneath their own basket here out at Brecksville High School on the Lakewood Sports Channel. It's been a fantastic atmosphere. It's been 2 weeks since these Rangers have played, and since then, Pat, they have lost 2 starters, have had to replace 28 points, 16 rebounds from Pete Patsoris last game, and they've been up to the task tonight against a Bees team that hasn't suffered a defeat this year. I mean, what else could you ask from the Rangers in this situation?
They're playing really well, but you see a little bit of the inexperience. Like I said earlier in the game, the turnovers they're doing are self-inflicted. Or speeding themselves up, and it might not be a turnover, but it's a bad shot, which you can pretty much make it a turnover. Rangers need to keep their composure here, and you don't need a 3 right away. You can get a quick 2. You still got a timeout left. Try to get a steal on the inbounds, foul, extend the game.
47 seconds remain here at Brecksville High School, and Pat, if the number is 3, well, the Rangers are happy to see that. They've been fantastic from behind the arc as they'll inbound here, trying to. And this one off to Yulnitz. Intercepted by Tyler Ganley. What a catch by that young man, as Pleasant will be fouled by Muhammad. It looked like Yulnitz was going to break free there, but the free safety, Tyler Ganley, came over and took that one away.
He was right there reading the play. Rangers did a good job of fouling somebody not named Ganley, though.
Bees will now be in the double bonus as Lakewood has reached 10 fouls on the night. Pleasant misses the first one. The door's open for the Rangers. 40 seconds remaining here at Brecksville High School. Q Neal, Marcel Grayer on the Lakewood bench. Everybody getting into it. Mark Jarris imploring the Rangers to box out here. Down 3. This one too strong. Yulnitz pulls it down, and the Rangers will have a chance to tie it up. Hollenberg. Muhammad for 3. Too short. Karan underneath. Contest that one, but there's Muhammad. Karan in the corner, 4-3, no good. Pleasant pulls this one down. He gets it over to Ganem. Ganem will be fouled by Hollenberg as the Rangers multiple opportunities, Pat. In the way they shot the ball tonight, you figured one of those was going to fall.
Yes, and you don't want to foul this guy either. When Pleasant had the ball, you got to do your best to get a foul on him. He just missed 2.
A fantastic job by the Rangers there. It looked like Coach Kamok was trying for a timeout when Yulnitz pulled down the ball, but let it go. You had a couple of open 3 opportunities there, just didn't go down for you. Still 18.5 seconds here at Brecksville High School. Ganem the first one. That one is good. Bees lead by 4.
It looks like Coach Kamok is telling his guys to get it and go. He may call a timeout. He may just get it and go, try to catch the Bees off guard.
Ganem a second one. Bees lead by 5. Yulnitz will take it. Advances it past half court. Yulnitz all the way. That one is good. Timeout by Kamok. Alex Kamok, the Rangers head coach, takes a timeout as the Rangers find themselves down 3. 11.7 seconds remaining here.
Now, Coach Kamok's in this huddle. He's going to be telling his guys, hey, we need to get a steal. And if we don't get a steal, we need a foul right away. 11.7 left on the clock. Still a lot of game left.
Lakewood looking for a last-ditch effort. They've led most of this game, but now down 3, 11.7 seconds remaining. You don't want to see Ganem. You don't want to see Ganley on that free throw line. You know the Bees have shooters, though, behind those guys, but you saw Pleasant go to the line. Missed 2 free throws, allowed the Rangers a chance on the other end.
Correct.
11.7 seconds. You're not going to be able to take a timeout. You're going to have to push it. What do you think Coach Kamak dialing up
So
there?
he's giving them what they're doing defensively, probably trying to face guard Ganley and Ganem, make sure, trying not to get the ball, get a steal, try to get a bucket, but he's also probably giving them what they're going to run offensively because there's no timeouts.
Lakewood has spent their final timeout here at Brecksville High School. It's been a fantastic night for basketball here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. 11.7 seconds remaining. And who knows, we might get some free basketball. Pat, I hope everybody had their coffee out there. And hopefully we can get some overtime here if the Ranger magic will continue on this night where they're down 2 starters from the Parma game, but have led for most of this contest, now finding themselves down 3, 11 seconds remaining. Looks like Pleasant, Ganem, Rose, Garrido, and Ganley for the Brecksville Bees.
Going a little too fly.
Ganley threw that one out of bounds to Pleasant. He is fouled with 8 seconds remaining. A little trickery there, Pat. What do you got on that play?
I used to call that too fly. So you bring the guy out, and then they try to get the guys flying, almost like a Hail Mary, get them down. But that was kind of they wanted to act like they were going deep, but all they wanted to do is to get it to Ganley so he can shoot free throws.
Ganley at the line. He has been automatic at the free throw line tonight as Miles Harper will check in for Ahmed Muhammad. A fantastic game for Muhammad. He really came into his own tonight for the Rangers, and he has fouled out along with Marcel Gray. You know, the lack of depth for the Rangers this year just kind of coming back at the wrong time tonight, but still a chance here with Ganley at the line.
Yes, and, you know, he is human, so there you go.
Ganley misses the first one, and I don't know if they call it the Graves jinx, but boy, I misspoke when I said he's been automatic. As now a chance for the Rangers to get the ball back. 8 seconds remaining.
6 left. You need a 3 now, I think.
Brecksville now leads by 4 on the Ganley free throw. 74-70. 8.6 seconds remaining. The ball into Yulnitz. Yulnitz will push. 5 seconds remaining. Yulnitz for 3. No good.
Seemed like there could have been some contact here. No call.
Yulnitz went up in a crowd there, came crashing down, and a frustrating night for Coach Kamak continues as no call was administered on that one. And the Bees will inbound this one, up 4 with a second remaining.
You could have thought maybe some contact, maybe just called a block on the floor. No call. Tough to do late in the game there, down 4.
Lakewood will try to steal this one on the inbound. The ball's into Ganley, and time will run out here at Brecksville High School. Brecksville takes this one 74-70, a valiant effort by the Lakewood Rangers as they fall here. The fantastic effort by the Lakewood Rangers tonight.
They really shot the ball well. I mean, they couldn't miss. Aiden Wacker was awesome. Riley was awesome. Just sped themselves up a little bit too much there and turned the ball over, and they got killed on the glass. Gave up a ton of offensive rebounds, which you kind of expected with the lack of height they had tonight. But they were in it till the end, actually had the lead for most of the game, and couldn't secure a W, but a good learning experience.
Absolutely.
Going forward in the rest of the season.
A young Rangers squad tonight loses this one to Brecksville, 70-74, the final here from Brecksville High School. And like Pat, you said, a young squad for the Rangers, so much promise. So many guys stepped up big tonight for the Rangers. It was a fantastic effort all night from this squad, and we're so happy you could join us at home here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. For all of us here, presented by the Lakewood Athletic Boosters, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your support. Make sure you're looking for our next game here. I'm sure it'll be another exciting one. 2 games in the books for Rangers, a 1-and-1 record, but they're 2 for 2 on exciting basketball to watch at home. Thank you so much from wherever you're joining us. And until it's basketball time again, Good night, and go Rangers.